Hello, my name is Bronislav Šopík and I'm a CEO of OptimiDoc. Today, I would like to introduce you our product and its basic functionalities. OptimiDoc is a platform which provides the extensions of the Xerox devices functionalities in the 5 main areas: security, printing, scanning, reporting, and monitoring. All of these extensions provide to customers better performance, higher security, and of course, lower costs. In the first area, security, we are providing the most required functionality, authentication to the device. The user can authenticate by the card, PIN, or login and password, or by the combinations. Together with the card authentication, we are providing the card assignment functionality by the PIN or login and password for the cards which are not available inside the system. OptimiDoc supports the LaTeX readers, which provides the support for the multiple card standards like RFID, MyFair, or any other standards available on the market. Next functionality is the access rights. OptimiDoc can limit the access, for example, of the users to the color, printing or scanning or another particular functionality of the devices. Also, we can limit the functionality of the OptimiDoc features like reports or scanning workflows. Last part of the security is the encryption. The communication between the OptimiDoc server and devices could be completely encrypted by the SSL. Also, we can encrypt the complete printed documents and also digitalized documents which are transferred from the MFP to the OptimiDoc server. So that was the security, and the next part is the printing. In the print area, we are providing the basic features like a pull print and follow me. Together with these features, we have own print terminal which is available on the device panel. And through this interface, you can manage your jobs like a select printed jobs which you want to print, or define the finishing options like a color printing, duplex, stempling, or definition of number of copies of the print jobs. In the detail of each document, you can see the complete preview and browse the pages. So that is the print terminal. As the next functionality is the mobile print. Through the mobile print, you can print from your mobiles or tablets through the three basic technologies. First of all, you can print through the mail server that you have predefined some email address on which the users can send the documents which they want to print. Second option is the Google Cloud Print, and the last one is the AirPrint technology. Next unique functionality is the print connector. The print connector means that you can share directly on the print terminal some archive like a Google Drive, Dropbox, shared folder, or OneDrive, and the user can browse the documents and the folders and select documents which he wants to print. So for example, the marketing department can share the marketing materials directly through such connector, and the user has always access to the latest documents directly on the multifunction devices, and he does not need to print it directly from the workstation. Important is that for the mobile print and complete mobile print technology, we are supporting the printing of the Office documents, PDF, images, HTML, and different document standards. For this printing, we are also does not require the Microsoft Office installation on the OptimiDoc server because we are using own technology. Last area of the printing is the rules. Rules could be used for the definition of the printing company, print policy of the company. So for example, you can restrict that all print jobs printed from the Microsoft Outlook will be printed black and white and duplex. There is a set of the conditions and the actions which could be used for the definition of the exact print policy of each customer. So that was the printing. In scanning, we are providing also on scan terminal. Through the scan terminal, you can define the different scanning workflows And each scanning workflow can has also own access rights. So that means that, for example, scanning of the invoices could be done only by the accountant department, or the agreements could be scanned also only in the sales department. You can also define the order of the workflows, which are how they are presented on the panel. For the devices which does not support the integration through the EIP, we are providing the hot folder support. Each scanning workflow can have predefined some set of the metadata which will be presented on the panel. So for example, inside the invoices, you can have a parameter customer, price, or currency of the invoice. These metadata could be used later for the definition of the final destination or for the definition of the final name of the document. Also, this metadata could be exported to the separated XML or CSV file. The second settings is the scan settings. For each scanning workflow, you can predefine how the document shall be scanned. So for example, the resolution, duplex, color, or if you want to scan the documents from the glass or directly from the feeder. These scan settings could be fixed so that nobody can change it, or could be optional that the user can directly on the terminal change the settings and scan how he needs. When we have a digitalized document, we need to enhance the quality of the image. For this, we are providing the image enhancement functionality like auto detection of the page orientation, image cleanup, desk speckling, or for example, splitting facing pages or dual pages. One of the important functionalities is also the removal of the blank pages by the OCR agent or by the functionality of the Connect key devices. In that cases, you can scan the simplex and duplex documents, and the system automatically removes the unrequired blank pages. When we have improved the quality of the image, we can start with the extraction of the data. First of all, we can extract the barcodes. OptimiDoc supports more than 20 1D and 2D barcodes like a CODA, QR code, EAN, and another available barcodes on the market. With such barcodes, we can also realize some operations like a selection of the substrings, or separate the barcode value by some character and extract exact information contained inside the barcode. Also, we can convert the value of the barcode or the part of the value by the conversion table inside the OptimiDoc. The barcode could be used also for the separation of the document. That means that you can scan more than one document at once, and the system automatically recognizes based on the barcode that there is a starting new document and separates this document and works with this document separately. You can separate also the document by the blank page, or zone, or predefined number of pages. The zone separation means that you can define that on first page there is always some text which is available, like an agreement or the invoice. So that was the document separation. The last document extraction is the zonal OCR. Through the zonal OCR you can define some specific location where you are expecting the information, and you can extract it and store it as a parameter. We have two types of the zones, that is the text zone and barcode zone. For these zones, we are also supporting the regular expression to limit or to predefine the layout of the expected information. So, after we extract the information, we need to store the document to some location. Before we store the document, we need to define the file name. The name could be a combination of the data extracted from the document or obtained during the scanning process, like a user login, username, or for example the barcode value. When we define the final name, we can also convert the document to the final file type. We are supporting a lot of file types which are most commonly used, like a Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or searchable PDF. For the OCR process, we are utilizing the Fine Reader engine, which supports nearly 200 languages, so you don't need to worry that your language will not be supported. When we have final name and the converted document to the final type, we can store the document to our multiple destinations. In the destinations, we are supporting the folders, SharePoint, Script, FTP, Google Drive, OptimiDoc, Dropbox, or for example, newly the OneDrive. We have also the system of the notifications when the user is notified if the scan was successfully delivered or there was some problem. Also, in one scanning workflow, you can store the document to the multiple destinations like a folder and together with the email. Next part of the OptimiDoc functionality is the reporting. Inside the reporting, we can account the operations on the different devices. First devices are the local USB devices or the devices which could be monitored only by the Windows spooler. For this, we have the print monitor, which can read the information like a name, user, number of pages from the Windows print spoolers and send these informations directly to the OptimiDoc server. Another type of the devices are the network devices, which are supporting the PostScript and PCL printing. Such devices could be connected directly to the OptimiDoc, and jobs are going through the OptimiDoc server, where we have our internal parser which automatically recognizes the black and white and color pages and accounts exact information about the amount of the color and black and white pages and the format of the document. For the network devices, we are also capable to provide the follow me and the pool print functionality thanks to the LATEC TCP converter, which could be assigned to such network device. Last device is the Xerox EIP device with the JBA lock. On the Xerox devices with the EIP, we are capable to provide a full functionality including the print and scan terminal. Together with the JBA logs, we have the exact information about the statistics. Such informations could be presented inside the OptimiDoc web interface through the web reports. Inside the web reports, we have the basic overview about the statistics split to the device, location, or for example, users. You can also use the filters, and each user has an access to these web reports to see his own personal data. Also, we have the job history. Job history presents the current situation inside the print environment, and the administrator is capable to see who and when was printed, copied, or scanned the document. Also here, the administrator has a full preview of the printed document, so he can browse the previews of the whole document page by page. Inside the history, you have also the information on which device the document was printed and also the exact information about the price. Next option how you can see the statistics is the Excel reporting. Inside the OptimiDoc, we have prepared the Excel template which can directly connect to the OptimiDoc server, download the accounting data or statistic data, and based on this data we have prepared some general layout including the management overview, split to the users, split to the devices, including the information like a duplex usage, color print usage, or average number of pages of each document. Including inside this Excel reporting, we have also prepared the filters. For users or administrators which needs some advanced functionalities or expect something else, we are still providing the export functionality to the CSV, XML, or HTML. Excel reporting could be also configured as automatic reporting that every month such report is distributed to the predefined email addresses. The layout is completely the same as the Excel report, so that the user does not need to convert the CSV or XML data to some presentable form. Last option, which is new inside the OptimiDoc, is the OLAP Cube. OLAP Cube is a unique technology for the customer with hundreds of the devices which realize millions of the operations per month. Up to such amount of the informations, the OLAP cube can create the really detailed report, including including the, for example, the file name really fast and without any problem. This technology is supported on the Microsoft SQL standard. So that was the reporting, and now there is a last functionality, the device monitoring. The device monitoring was developed for one customer based on his requirements, and the basic functionality is that through the SNMP we are monitoring the devices and collects the information about the toners, consumables, and also we collect the information about the device status. So through the OptimiDoc you can see completely the information about the toners, or for example what's going on with the device. This technology is not available only for the Xerox devices, but also for another brands which are supporting SNMP notification. Next to the device status monitoring, we are providing the system of the notifications. That means that you can define that the user or the predefined email will be notified in case that, for example, toner reached the level of 3 or 5%. In this case, the user gets the personalized email, including the information on which device, which toner, or for example, what level. Also, this notification could be defined for the severity of the device status changes. So, for example, the user could be notified only in case of error, and the warning notification will not be distributed. So, that's all from the device monitoring. The last functionality which is available inside the OptimiDoc is the support of the mobile and tablets. Devices with the iOS and Android operating system can install the OptimiDoc mobile application, and from this application the user can manage his print jobs, see the details about each document and including the preview, or define the finishing options, so how the document shall be printed. When he decides to print the document, he can select the printer where he wants to print from the list of the devices available inside the OptimiDoc, or from the list of his favorite devices, or he can utilize the QR code captured by the mobile camera. From the next functionality, there is a scanning. For the scanning of the document, the user can utilize the camera of the mobile or tablet to capture the document and send it to the workflows, including the entering of the metadata. Last functionality of the mobile application is device authentication. User can directly unlock the device from the mobile application by selecting the device from the list of the devices or scanning the QR code which is attached to each device. This brings the new option how you can offer the fast authentication of users on the devices without need of the card readers, which are quite expensive. So, from the device application, that's all, and the last part is the architecture of complete system. If you are talking about the architecture, we are using the central server when it's installed the OptimiDoc server. This server provides the user interface and the administrator web interface, device user interface for the print and scan terminals, authentication services, and also the processing of the scans. The central server can be connected to the cluster. For the locations where the customer wants to ensure also the print services or this technology, we are providing the OptimiDoc print node. OptimiDoc print node is a small application which could be installed on the local server, and this application manages locally the print jobs of the users in this location. That means that there is minimized data transfer between the central server and the branches, because there are transferred only the information about the authentication and the interface of the print and scan terminals. Print jobs are distributed locally and does not overload the transfer through the VPN. The second option is when the customer does not have the local server in the location, is the distribution of the print node to the user workstations. Every user in this case has own principler locally installed on his workstation, and the jobs are distributed also again inside the location without need of any local server. This is the serverless printing. In case that the central server is out of order, we are still providing the printing functionality because of the small application which is distributed to the workstation, and the small application automatically notifies the user that there is some problem and the central server is not available, and ask the user if he wants to print the job directly on some selected device. Through this application, we still ensure the printing services even the central server is not available or the branch does not have a connection to the central location. So that was all from the architecture and the information about the OptimiDoc. Thank you for your attention and see you during the next presentations.